Absolutely no. Our sovereignty is still intact. So when a president goes to commit to be part of an ECOWAS program, it is subject to parliamentary approval. And so let's go to Article 75. That's what our Constitution says. The president by himself cannot go and enter into any international treaty, agreement, blah, 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 without parliamentary approval. So that is what we have to go by. If our parliamentarians don't agree, no, the president can't go ahead. So Article 75 says, 1, the president may execute or cause to be executed treaties, agreements, or conventions in the name of Ghana. Excuse me. A treaty, agreement, or convention executed by or under the authority of the president shall be subject to ratification by A, Act of Parliament, or B, a resolution of Parliament supported by the votes of more than half of all the members of Parliament. So the president can, yes, enter into it. There is the Vienna Convention on International Treaties that also comes in, all right? But it's recognized and it's accepted. So we have what we call, Ghana as a nation, we have what we call a dualist state. So when we say dualist or dualism, your president goes, he can sign international treaties, but for those treaties to be binding on the country, he has to come and seek the approval of the internal parliament. So once that is not done, no, we are not bound. That's why I say if you go into the Vienna Convention, there's also a provision that, but don't use, don't do self-seeking. That because you've signed and then you don't use diligent efforts to get internal ratification so that you can run away. Yes, that's what it's saying. It says that, yes, when you sign, you are bound to a certain extent, so be diligent to get internal. Yes, so be diligent. Come and convince our representatives. If you are not able to convince them, sorry, it won't be binding. It won't be. So this ECOWAS, Ghana is committed, Ghana, it's not legal. Until Parliament approves it, it's not legal. Our troops will not leave here. You see, even the Presbyterian Church is stepped in, and other churches, right?
The Christian Council.
Yes, that's it. Look, listen, President Kufuor, you have to stop. Honorable Fatima, please. You guys, don't do that. Don't do that. We're a country of laws. Come to Parliament. If Parliament agrees, sure. By the time you get to Parliament, we will also marshal forces and go and convince our parliamentarians not to agree. We are not going to any war. And nobody is glamorizing any coup d'etat. I understand, Honorable, you may prove it. I understand Ghana is committed some 5 million to the ECOWAS Peace Fund. We are not in support. That's what I'm hearing. We are hungry. We are very, very, very hungry. People haven't eaten. People haven't bought medications. People are dying in the hospitals. People are dying. You can't take our money to go and give ECOWAS for any this restoration of constitutional order there. No, please, do due process. You come to Parliament. When you get there, let our parliamentarians debate, and then we'll see where the chips will fall. But please, no, that 5 million we are hearing, we need a clarification on it. Has Ghana sent 5 million to the ECOWAS Peace Fund? Has Ghana committed 5 million? On what basis? When you haven't even printed textbooks, schools, 4 years, there's this program, the new textbooks. This is the 4th year, right? We've done only 5 textbooks, and even out of the 5 textbooks, a lot of the children don't have textbooks. You have 3 children using 1 textbook. What kind of system is this? And we are going to support a coup, restoration of a democracy in, what do you call it, Niger? No. Yes, let's not also preach fear that if Ghana doesn't go there, our borders, they will come in. So, Fatima, just as you said, people are glamorizing coup d'etats, you're also preaching fear by saying that if we don't go, we are in danger, the people will come here. I don't think that's how it works. We also have our security system here. It may not be the best, but I also know that there are some programs where the U.S. has been helping us. And look, let's not underestimate it. When the U.S. has the biggest, embassy in Ghana here, it has some significance, and there are other things. It's not everything we say on air. So we have some help. Please, let's not rush. It's not logic that once Niger, and we are even saying that we have citizens in Niger, so there's even the first line that our citizens are in danger if we go to support. Then number 2, these security matters, Ghana is entering into various agreements with the U.S. They've been helping us, so we'll get help. So it's not automatic that anything happens, there will just be a spillover and then Ghana kaput. No. Just remember that the size of the embassy in Ghana, the biggest, it has certain security implications that we have some support. It's not everything we'll discuss on.
Indeed.
It's not negotiable. Article 75 is very clear. And the fact that, you see, the fact that maybe in times past, something was done and there was no parliamentary ratification, it's no reason to say we can continue doing that. No. There are a number of Supreme Court decisions on that. They tell you that, look, even 500 years. So, I mean, and it's no secret that naturally when this government came in 2017, it had a lot of goodwill. So things were done. Sometimes we were not right, but we're just so happy that we are thrown out JM. You see, but now times are different. So please, 2017 is not the same as 2023. Now we are very angry, very, very hungry and angry. So there is no space for President Akufo-Addo to attempt to commit troops or to give our money. So we are back to that $5 million we hear has been given to ECOWAS. We want it back. I mean, from what I'm hearing, $5 million cannot be conjured from air. It's probably true, because if the countries haven't committed money, on what basis is Dr. Mustafa saying they are ready? If we don't have money in the ECOWAS peace fund, on what basis will ECOWAS be saying that we are ready? Or it's just saber rattling, threatening. No, but if you just threaten on an empty coffers, you will soon be found out. So let's be very critical at this stage. We need government's full response on this $5 million that's alleged to have been sent to the ECOWAS fund. We don't want our money going to any ECOWAS fund when we are very hungry. And so, in that respect, we'll call on Parliament. The parliamentarians, they're on break, right? Yes, they should sign. Say the Constitution allows a certain number can call for Parliament to be reconvened. We don't have to sit down 1/3, and the minority alone can do it, right? So Parliament should reconvene to put President Akufo-Addo right. The country doesn't belong to him. He can't go forward without Parliament's approval. Because if we sit down with the way Dr. Mustafa is saying they are ready, next thing you know, then the troops will be gone. And it will look like, hey, we sat down on our hands and allowed it to happen. Meanwhile, in the meantime, I'm sure you saw all throughout the week, you've heard news coming from Burkina Faso, Mali, and the rest that they are going to support the regime in Niger. So that's going to be a full-blown war. Can you imagine? Yeah, you go to Ghana Web and the rest, you see that even some says they've already sent what? Burkina Faso have sent material support to Niamey amid a threat by the regional bloc, ECOWAS, to enter the country to remove the junta. Footage broadcast on the station late Friday, August 18, showed a number of fighter jets. Can you imagine? Fighter jets landing on a facility in Niamey, etc.
Okay.
So, no, please, we don't want this. I think the president should come and address the nation. Okay. We shouldn't allow this thing to fester with rumors and the rest. That's how the First World War started.
And I wish to get the opportunity to clarify.
Yes, that